everyone, how you doing today? Hope the world's not cruel. We're gonna go in and play with some makeup. We're gonna talk about some Christmas conspiracies. I just heard from people, we just talked about conspiracies, me and my friends, and some of it's from media, whatever, through years, conspiracies type things about Christmas. And even I think I done one Christmas video about Krampus. So we're gonna talk about a little bit of everything. And people's conspiracy of all the way from when was Jesus born, all the way to Krampus, if he's real, to the shopping ploys. Okay? So we're going into my messy container, because I didn't realize it was messy. My professional, the pore fessional primer from Benefit. This is actually, it's good, but it's not the best for me. I'm not going to put it right on my head. Put a decent amount out. I don't really use this primer that much. I like the e.l.f. a little more. Only because it has, it helps with redness. Really, that's it. And put over my eye, under it. Pull it down my neck and be left. Oh, it's so soft. Okay. So, I'm going to go in with some color corrector. And it is Beige Cosmetics. It's their colored concealers to light 6 palette. It's I definitely use it, you can tell. Just need a little love. Little love. So, let's start off with, what do we want to start off with? I think we should start off with the conspiracies of, the church and Jesus. So, the conspiracy with the church is that Jesus was not born at Christmas time. He was actually born, and I literally mix up, all these colors up. The green, if I really have redness, I'll put it there. But anywhere that's really, really red, I'll put that stuff too. So, the conspiracy is that we're not celebrating is baby Jesus' life. We are actually celebrating Jesus' death. And I even was like, how? How are we celebrating his death? And it makes sense is that back in 2012, we got to see all the planets align. I have a little scratch there. I don't know from what. Probably a pimple. And our planets align. And supposedly the last time our planets aligned like that was when, our good old pal Jesus was born. So if that was the last time the planets aligned, like it did in 2000, I'm just rubbing it all in. It just makes sense. I never thought Jesus was born at Christmas time. So that's the conspiracy, is that we're not really celebrating Jesus' life. We are celebrating Jesus' death. Because if you even read the Bible, it's snowy and it's super cold and it's winter. And winter's one of the longest seasons here in Canada, so it could be the same in other places. So we're going to go in with the NYX Professional Makeup Studio Photographic Foundation. I'm really pale at this season, so I'll go in with, I believe you should have 3 foundations. Winter foundation, spring and fall foundation, because you're a little tanner, and then summer, because you are fully tan. Unless you tan all the time, then don't. Alright. For this guy, I'm just going to go in with a Lori sponge and just sponge it. And it's on the yellow side on me, but I am a little yellow, so it's not bad. It's hard to find a lighter shade that's my color for winter without even being tanned. So, yeah, I truly believe it. Just because, like, we've seen the signs for it already when our planets line that. This is how, you know? You get what I'm saying? No, you guys don't. So, the last time the planet aligns was in September of 2012. If Jesus was born, right, and when the planets aligned, and the only time they're fully aligned in a straight line, like they say in the Bible, that's how they found Jesus, Star of Bethlehem, and planet aligning. That was the indication that baby Jesus was being born. So, and the only time back then, and even now, the planets align is guess when? September. So, it just makes sense. You know? So, I just bit 2 pumps, like 1 for each side, and that's it. And I use the back end. Alright. Now, what do I want to go on with? Some concealer. So, I'm using some Maybelline Dream Illuminating, I think, concealer, I think it's called. I want to go with something that's not too bright, but it will define my face. Put a little more. Alright. So, what do you think about that one? Do you think baby Jesus was born at Christmas time or in September? Because I talked to people about this, like my friends and family, and they're kind of all in the same boat with me. That he was born in September. Because it just makes sense. Because we've seen our planets align. And that's supposedly when Nibiru comes too. Starting to come in our atmosphere. And that's maybe why our oceans and everything are doing all that. Plus, we're supposedly closer to the moon and the sun. Okay. Concealer on. Do I want a setting powder first? Yes. So I'm going in with an e.l.f. What is this? e.l.f. Halo Glow. It is in light. And I'm just going to take my powder poof. Oh, I'm drinking rum. Dark rum. And I don't really drink often, but I want to have a relaxing day. So I'm doing a YouTube video with you. I'm doing some laundry, cleaning the house up, and I'm having some rum, like a shot of rum, not more than a shot, in this big cup. And what is it? Gingerbread eggnog. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Alright. Well, let me know. What do you think about this Jesus conspiracy? Is it a conspiracy or is it fact? Because I don't believe everything that's in the Bible is a proper timeline. But that's just my conspiracy. So, it's now another conspiracy. Not really conspiracy, but is about Santa and Crumps. Okay? Are they the same person? Are they separate people? I like the sponge better. It gives you like an airbrush look, and if you feel like you have too much on, you take your floofiest brush you feel comfortable with and you own, and just kind of like dust your face. And I'll give you a light look layer. Not, oh, I should do down here. I put it there. Should do it there. Alright. I'm going to put a little more underneath my eyes, but not yet. So, that was the Sailor Moon brush. Ah! Close that up. I'm going to go in with this Color Institute sculpting set. It is very cheap. It's like cardboard, but it's not bad products, to be honest. If you have a teenager who wants to start out with playing with colors and makeup, or even yourself, it's not a horrible company. If you want better quality, I would look into e.l.f. or look into like beige or Makeup Revolution. But this company's still good, and you can like still really good. Don't get me wrong on that one. And still does the job. So I like the deepest shade in here. I like having a dark out cone here, then do a little bright and do a little bright, but like do a dark look. I don't know, maybe it's the goth in me. So back to Santa and Crumps though. Alright, these shady fucking motherfuckers. No, they're not. I'm joking. Jesus isn't shady though. At least he's legit. But Santa, he has a naughty nice list, okay? Like, even Jesus doesn't have that, at least, man. At least Jesus got an up on Santa. I'm joking, you guys. I really am. Like, don't compare Jesus to Santa, okay? Santa's a whole other ballgame. And my personal thought on Santa is that if Santa... Okay. If Santa is Crumps, okay? Just saying. If Santa... I can't even think about it. Santa is Crumps. The same person. Alright. I'm just trying to... I'm like, ooh. So if they are one of the same being, we're going to go that way. Alright. Santa and Crumps are the same being. That means Santa eats really, really, really bad children. Okay? If they are two different people, that means Santa lets Crumps eat really, really bad children. There's no other way to describe it. But it's like one of those fairy tales. Maybe not fairy tales, but that's one that's never left. Alright, so with the same, there's a little brightening powder. I like using them in these because they actually like are banana powders. And they work on me so good because of my skin tone. Alright. See, I told you, this is not a bad palette. It's very affordable, this little set. Okay, so this is the part we gotta put a little something underneath my eyes a little more, because I'm using colors that I don't fairly use. So my lips are really dry. I'm going to go in with this cherry lip balm from Revolution. It is Kiss. It is very nice. It will change your lip color because there's a little tint. And it smells like cherry candy. I love cherry candy. I do. I don't know why, but I love the smell of it. Alright. close up the setting powder. One of my favorites right here. Alright, so we're going to go in with a blush because I forgot all about her. I'm failing in life. And I jab my finger in the poor girl. You can tell now. Alright, going with the same bronzer brush because that's what I like to do. And I'm going to roll in and then pull it down a little bit these days and pull it up like and rub it up. And this is L.A.Colors. I think I bought this at oh, that's too much up there. You gotta deal it on the nose. Yeah, that's way too much up there. You hear that? Wouldn't be a video if I didn't trash the place. My forehead's as rosy as my cheeks. So let's dull this down a little bit. Okay, that's better. So I want to do a green and red Christmas look, and I think I want to do green on top, red on the bottom, gold on the inside. But let's do brows first. So, what do you guys think about Krampus? About being Santa? And what do you guys think about Santa letting Krampus just eat children? Like, this is something I always sees in my head. And what do you think about the conspiracy theories about Jack Frost? Okay, so Jack Frost, you see him in tons of movies, of course. He's always nipping at your nose. But who is really Jack Frost? You know? No one really tells you these things. And these are kid stories that have been around forever. So if Jack Frost is a real person, he's been around for like centuries. Like, I could definitely see that Guardians movie, that kids movie. Sorry, I need to do my brows like they need to be done. Alright. Going with a little e.l.f. brow gel. No. Who was I used for my brows? Alright, Rimmel London I used for my brows. L.A.Colors was my cheek. And now I'm going in with, Essence for my brow gel because it's my favorite. And I like to use it as a clear mascara as well because it does work for any protection for the lashes if you like. This doesn't hold, but it's like tames it. That's why I use it. Alright. Now let's go in with an eye primer. This is e.l.f. just sheer primer. So, yeah, let me know what you think about Krampus. And what do you think about Jack Frost? Do you guys like Jack Frost? Do you think Jack Frost is a legit thing? They talk about Jack Frost even in Christmas movies and everything like that. So you let me know about the Jack Frost business and the Santa Claus business. Now, since we're working on eyes, and this is the biggest conspiracy out of them all, the ploy of Christmas. Do you think companies made Santa up? Alright, so I'm just going to do a solid top green color. This from Take Me Back to Brazil. I know it's shiny. There we go. A Rio Edition. You can tell I definitely will use this. I'm going to go in with this green here, and I want to just do my whole, like a top lid coat with this emerald light Christmas green. So, yeah, what do you think about Krampus and Santa? And now we're talking about the Christmas ploy. So the Christmas ploy is that Santa was never a real person, and the media made him up to make money off of us. It's sad, but it's true. I can see them doing that. Like, why wouldn't they? Yes, beige has fallout, you guys. Always does. But it's a really good palette. So I normally do my eyeshadow first and then makeup later. When I do my own. Just so I don't have to put a ton down. But videos, it's easier, to be honest. Do whatever's good for you. For me, it's a little bit of both. It's easier for me to do it this way. It's easier for me to do it the other way. I'm going to deepen this up. So, do you think Santa was made by commercial companies to make money from us? Or do you think Santa was a legitly person? I think Santa was a real person at one point, and he just gave, they have proof and document. There's St. Nicholas, and he helped orphan children. There's different I'm just trashing the place. I'm sorry if you hear buzzing too. Now let's go in with some red. I'm going into Makeup Revolution. This is the palette. I'm going in with this pretty red here. And I'm going to go in with these browns and maybe the white to blend it out. And I'm going to go in with a gold as well. But that's not Revolution. Is there any? Yep, that will work. So, I think Santa was a real person. He was a legitly real man who just helped people. He wasn't a bad man. He just helped people. Poor children and families get toys at Christmas time. Which isn't... Ooh. I feel like I got some in my eye. Is not a bad thing. So... And two, what do you guys think about, like, all this Christmas craziness? Like, Halloween's pretty crazy, but I think Christmas is crazier. Like, people go bonkers. I thought this Halloween, when I was working in a Halloween store, was going nuts. But I think it was definitely... It could be freaking anything. But I think Christmas is like the #1 scam ploy of the year. Like, do you really think Jesus and Santa wants you to spend an arm and a leg, like your soul practically, to get your kids their dream toys they always wanted, but you can't afford it because you can't get groceries this week now? Like, that's crazy. But that's another thing. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Alright, little, I got makeup on my eyelid. Alright. Now let's get this color and go just dust this off. I'm gonna have to re-bring you up. But, so you guys let me know. I think Christmas is a shopping place for them to, you to get scammed out of like millions of dollars. Like, to be honest, I'm so simple. Just bake me some cookies. To be honest, if you can even do that, I'd be happy if my friends would just... I want some of this. I want it to be lighter. Sorry. I'm just going in with the white shade that's in this palette to just brighten it up. There we go. That's what I want. And then I'm going to go in with this gold and do something I don't normally do, is highlight the inner corner for you guys. So I'm going to do that today. Have another sip of my eggnog. Like, this is a season people go in debt. And like, kind of makes me sad. So I think it's a scam for marketing companies to like rob you blind. In my opinion, allegedly. This is allegedly entertainment purposes. Let's throw that in there. Because people are like, no, like it's about the presents. And I'm like, no, Christmas is supposed to be about spending time with your family. And just being happy and grateful for what you have. And smile and joy. I'm just happy to be around people. Like, a lot of times I think people forget that. You know? That little oomph we all need in life. Alright. Just going with an eyeliner. And everything's falling. And Hallmark. Think about how much... This is not going in as dark as I want it. So we're going to go put this back and do this Annabelle deep brown I think it's deep brown. No, it's just brown eyeliner. Alright, now that makes me happy. Sorry, I can't talk and do that because sometimes I'm afraid of poking my eye out. Okay. So, Hallmark, all of it. Like, all these companies make so much money off of this Christmas. Like, the grocery store, chocolates, food, cards, you name it. They make the dough from it, you know? And it's sad. So I'm going to go in with 2 mascaras. The first one's going to be e.l.f. Lengthening and Volume Mascara. Second is going to be Makeup Routine by Wet n Wild. Did I not say anything I've used? No, I think I'm doing good so far. Oh, this gold was Essence Chrome. It is in the shade Golden Crown. So, yeah, I think people need to change their mindsets. Not because like, oh, you can't afford it, or I bloop myself here. Or things like that. I think it's more like, what happened to the time spending or the gift giving? At least do affordable gift giving. Don't let these people con you that you need the upcoming tree or the biggest gift. Start teaching your children to be grateful for the little things, like a deck of cards and dominoes. And when they start getting bigger items, because you can afford it and things like that, they are more appreciated of what they got from their parents. Okay, this one's not going to work for the bottom lash. I think I'm going to start needing to get better mascara. Or new ones. These ones are starting to clump. It doesn't want to go on it. I don't know what happened to one of my mascaras. They're vanished. I could have left it at someone's house. This protein one, mild one, is actually really, really good. Okay. So all that is on. What am I missing? Lipstick, highlighter, fix this spot. Spot fixing. I do circle motions. And it kind of just blends away. With the concealer brush or the brush, you use a color corrector, but don't make sure it's very hardly anything on it. Highlighter. Highlighter today, we're gonna go on with the Viva Color Self Face highlighter. It's this beautiful gold. I don't really wear it. I'm not going in with a fan brush or anything. I'm just gonna go in with a normal brush and lightly press it on and rub in circles right here on the top. And it's definitely a gold. Around the brow, nose, cupid's bow, chin, down one side, down the other side. Then, because I know it's so goldy gold, that same brush we have, just pound it in. It does it down a little bit. But it looks so pretty. Alright. What else am I missing? Just lipstick? Alright. I'm keeping this on. I'm going to put on a L.A.Color lip plumper in a red. Because I think it'd look beautiful. No. It won't look good with this red. This red won't look as good. This one? No, that's too purple. I have this red. This is baby lips from what does it say? It's so fine. Baby lips from Maybelline in chai latte. Yes, 23 chai latte. It's a pretty red. I feel really pretty. I feel all Christmassy. feel festive. I feel like everything's a commercial ploy in my life half the time right now. And you let me know in the comments about all this. How do you feel about Jesus and about his actual birthday? How do you feel about Krampus actually being Santa? And who the heck Jack Frost is? And let me know if you think all this is a commercial ploy to rob you of your money. Because I freaking sure the heck do these days. Feeling like a lot of this Christmas is like not really spending time with your family. It's about spending money on your family. And I think that shit needs to change. So, leave a comment down below. Please like and subscribe my videos. And have a lovely day. Have a lovely Christmas shopping. Have fun. Enjoy life. Go to Christmas. Go see lights. Go to the mall and check out some Christmas stuff. If you need a bargain shop, freaking bargain shop. Nobody ain't gonna say shit. And if they are, they ain't nice. So have a good day. Enjoy life. And remember, have 1,000 penguin kisses. Bye.